Adding fresh herbs is one of the easiest and best ways to improve your meals. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 easy to grow heat tolerant herbs and spices for Florida. I'm going to have something for everybody. We're going to cover some culinary herbs, some medicinal, and even adaptogens. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Christina with Forever Food Forest, a channel where I explore ways of growing food without the use of herbicides, pesticides, or commercial fertilizers, and instead I rely on permaculture gardening principles and other natural farming techniques to grow food that's good for the garden and good for the planet. The first herb on this list is Thai basil. Thai basil is a special variety of basil that originated in Thailand. When I first started gardening in Florida, I could not wait to grow my own basil. There's just something so satisfying about coming out into the garden, plucking some leaves and putting them on your pasta. So I did what most people do. I went to the store and I got one of those basils in a pot, stuck it in the ground, and 2 weeks later, it was dead. So not being someone who gives up easily, I went out and I got another plant and it suffered the same fate. What I didn't know then that I know now is that Genovese basil, which is the most common basil you find being sold in stores, is not tolerant of our oppressive heat and humidity. And after trying about a dozen different varieties of basil, I have found one that does exceptionally well in our Florida heat and humidity. The key to keep your basil producing is to trim off any flowering buds. And this variety of basil is super easy to grow. You can start by sprinkling some seeds in your planter boxes, your raised garden beds, or if you're short on space, seed starting cups. And once the weather starts heating up, your plants are going to really take off. If you love Thai food, and who doesn't, your culinary herb garden is not going to be complete without lemongrass. Lemongrass is super easy to grow in Florida. It actually loves our heat and humidity. And you can grow it in pots, you can grow it in garden beds, you can grow it directly in the ground. About 3 years ago, I was gifted a lemongrass plant, one lemongrass plant. And since it's easily divisible through rhizomes, your one plant can quickly become a dozen. That is bitter. Whew. So this is a fun herb. In fact, it's so fun that the US government banned it for nearly 100 years. Wormwood is one of the active ingredients in absinthe, which was a drink that was popularized by artists in the late 19th century. However, the medicinal use of wormwood dates back all the way to the biblical times. It's actually one of few herbs that are mentioned in the Bible. The active ingredient in wormwood is thujone, and in large amounts it can be poisonous. Thujone is also present in other herbs like sage. The difference between a poison and a cure is the dose. And while the herb is bitter, its leaves do have a distinct aroma that can add an interesting note to desserts and cheeses. And wormwood's unique aromatics make it naturally pest resistant. Since wormwood became legal again in 2007, people have been incorporating it into many culinary recipes, as well as making their own bitters and drinks. So this next herb is so easy to grow that if unchecked, it will take over your garden. The key to growing mint in Florida is you gotta take advantage of your microclimates. When I lived in Orlando, I had the most difficult time growing mint. On average, the temperatures in Orlando are about 10 degrees hotter than they are on the coast. However, you can take advantage of microclimates like really shady spots, and mint is one of those plants that you can grow in your shade garden. One of the biggest mistakes beginner gardeners make is planting mint in the ground because it does spread and has a tendency to take over your garden. If you live in Florida and your mint does happen to escape, don't fret because it will be confined to an area where there is shade. So this next herb is, well, check this out. Beans. I know what we're having for dinner. I was just out here 3 days ago, and in that time they have exploded. What a bounty, what a blessing. Look at these beans. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted, but you know what? These beans will be absolutely delicious with our next herb on the list. Tarragon. Tarragon is a green herb with a strong licoricey flavor. It's really popular in French and the Balkan regions. However, French tarragon does not grow well in Florida. It's just too hot. But there is a great alternative to it. It's called the Mexican marigold, and it is in the marigold family, except with this marigold, you eat the leaves. So this is Mexican marigold, or Spanish tarragon. Smells like spring. It's refreshing and herbaceous and licoricey, anisey. It's absolutely wonderful. And this herb is perfect for growing in pots. It does have some spready tendencies like mint. However, it is very forgiving when it comes to being neglected. There have been several times where I forgot to water it and I thought it was completely gone. But after giving it a couple good soaks, much to my surprise, it came back even better than before. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that it will die back once the temperatures cool off. However, once spring returns, it always makes a valiant return. The key to growing herbs in containers is drainage. You need to have drainage holes and well-draining soil. What does that mean? Let me show you. The key to watering herbs is you want to give them a really good soak and make sure that water drains out of the bottom. And you also want to make sure that you water your plants regularly, especially on those hot, sunny summer days in Florida, where you might need to water as much as twice a day. So this pot right here is filled with regular garden soil that I literally dug out of the ground. I did not amend it with anything, so you can see how the water is just kind of sitting on the surface. It's very slow to drain. Now, growing in these pots right here, I have lavender, and lavender is more of an advanced herb for growing in Florida. You need to amend the soil to balance the pH. You also need to make sure that it drains really well. To improve drainage, I have added perlite. This next herb is a kitchen garden staple. While most common herbs like dill, parsley, or cilantro wither in our Florida heat, rosemary thrives all summer long. This woodsy perennial does exceptionally well in containers and can even tolerate brief periods of drought. And while most people use it to season meats or breads, my favorite thing to do with rosemary is make my own simple syrup. This herb right here is probably one of the most well-known adaptogens on the market. An adaptogen is a substance, usually a plant, that you take and it helps your body deal with stress. And adaptogens don't work immediately, they adapt your body over time. So you do have to take several doses until you feel the effects. This is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is grown for its roots. It thrives in our Florida heat. It needs full sun and a good amount of moisture. Ashwagandha is quite drought tolerant and does not require a lot of fertilizer. The one thing you do have to be wary of is that it likes more alkaline soil, so amending your soil with something like lime prior to planting it is a good idea. Next on our list is turmeric. Turmeric is incredibly easy to grow in a Florida shade garden. Turmeric spreads through rhizomes, so if you want to plant turmeric, you need to find a rhizome and plant it directly in the ground or in your pot. The best time to start them is around February to March, and then they're ready to harvest in about 9 months or at the end of October. And there's something just so satisfying about making your own turmeric powder and using it for spices or golden lattes. And I've had such an overabundance of turmeric that I've even used it to make personal body care. So this right here was one of the first herbs that I was able to successfully grow in Florida. In fact, this is a clone of the original plant. It's pineapple sage. If you like the aroma of pineapple and the versatility of sage, this is a must-have. Pineapple sage is heat tolerant. It's a pollinator magnet, and the only downside to it is that you cannot grow it from seed. You have to find a starter plant. The flowers and the leaves of this plant are edible, and my favorite way to use it is to make homemade pineapple sage infused simple syrup. There's a sweet little hummingbird. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Wow. Incredible. So this right here is Olympia alba. It's an aromatic perennial that has citrusy notes with a hint of lemongrass. The leaves can be steeped into a tea or topped on salads, and I just like using it in sachets for aromatherapy. The smell is so relaxing. And that's a good note to end it on. Hopefully this video is informative. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to give this a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. And if you're new and you want to be notified when I release new videos, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Vasya, stay away from my hummers.